Hello there. So this is the second little video that I wanted to send you. Hopefully you've been having some fun playing around with your oils. By this point, you've definitely taken the caps off, you've experienced them. I've given you a couple ways that you can use them. And hopefully you've had some great experiences. If not, please note, as I've mentioned before, oils are a lot like medication in the sense that if your doctor prescribes you a medication, you go to the pharmacy, you get it filled, you start taking it and it's not working, you don't throw your hands up in the air and go back to the doctor and say, look, medications just don't work for me. You go back and you say, hey, doc, this medication's not working for me. I need to try something else. And that's the same with essential oils because our chemistry all works very, very, very differently. And we're going to respond differently to different oils. So the way that lavender might work wonders for me for sleep might not necessarily work in the same way for you. So that's why there's a little bit of trial and error. If you're patient, I always say this to people, if you're patient and we can communicate back and forth, I will absolutely find you something that will support you in whatever area you're looking to be supported in. Sometimes it just takes a little bit of trial and error. So just please be honest with me in regards to your experiences with the samples. And if we have to, we'll send you out a couple more to try. Today, I wanted to chat with you just very quickly about the 3 ways that you can use essential oils. The other day, we chatted about 3 cool things about oils, the fact that they're safe, effective, and affordable. And today we're just going to touch very quickly on the 3 ways that you can use the oils. So I'm just going to share my screen here very quickly and we'll jump into that. Okay, so this might already be something that you're somewhat aware of because we touched on this a little bit last time, and I would have touched on this with some of the instructions in using the samples, but there are 3 ways that you can use the oils: aromatically, topically, and internally. The most common way, and probably the easiest way to get into using oils, is aromatically, right? Super, super easy. It can be as simple as popping the cap off of an oil and just smelling it. So you're using that aromatically. A really popular way, if you don't have a diffuser, is just putting a drop in your palm, rubbing your palms together, and taking a couple big inhales and exhales. You can also wear it as a perfume. So, I mean, a wonderful way to smell amazing, but not be using those toxic perfumes. So you could use it on your pulse points. You're smelling that throughout the day. A favorite little trick that I have is I sometimes will take a drop and rub it into my hair. And as you're going, if you have a fair bit of hair, like I do, as you're going throughout the day, all of a sudden you'll get really nice whiffs of that oil. So you're kind of like a little bit of a walking diffuser, which is great. And then of course, a really easy way to begin using your oils, and the way I highly recommend if you're just going to get started, is make sure you get a diffuser, a good diffuser. And that is such an easy way to cleanse the air, affect your mood, support your respiratory system, support your immune system. I mean, the list goes on and on the benefits of using oils aromatically. I often tell people not to underestimate how powerful just smelling your oils can be, right? I mean, I already feel the effects of this oil, Adaptive here, which is one of our most amazing oils for mood and anxiety, stress. That and wild orange are 2 that often in a class, I'll place a drop on someone's hand and we'll go around the room and everybody will just take a couple inhales, and then I'll ask them, 30 seconds later, how are you feeling? And it really does positively affect your mood. And like I said, I often will tell people, don't underestimate this, because our sense of smell is unbelievably powerful. And we actually have a direct pathway. So through our olfactory nerves. So when you're smelling, you have these olfactory nerves on the top of your nose. When you're taking in a big inhale, the compounds will hit your olfactory nerve and it'll send a direct message to your limbic system. It's the only sense that we have that works that quickly. And it sends this direct message to your limbic system, and your limbic system then will send out a message to your entire body to give it certain directions on, okay, calm down a little bit here, or it'll send support out to certain areas. And it works very, very quickly. Your limbic system is also where you store emotions and memories. And this is why it can be so amazing to affect mood, and be helpful for stress, anxiety, things along those lines. And, I will lots of times use the example that when you go to the doctor, or not the doctor, if you go to the hospital to be put under for, say, a surgery, you're not given a pill, you're not given a shot, you are given a mask and told to inhale and count back from 10, and that's how you get put under. And that is because there's such a powerful connection between your olfactory nerve and your brain and its ability to send messages out to your entire body. So do not underestimate the power of simply putting a couple drops in your diffuser and diffusing, or placing a drop in your hand and taking a big inhale and exhale. And the beauty of it is it takes seconds out of your day. Your home will smell amazing. You won't be using toxin, synthetic fragrances that really should be eliminated from your home, if you're wanting to talk overall health and hormones and things like that. Or just to shift the mood for yourself, or if you need a little pick-me-up, just simply inhaling. It's extremely powerful. Then the other way that you can use the oils is topically. So this is more for localized effects. You would apply it directly to a certain area. So for example, if you had an upset stomach, so one of the oils we use all the time in this home is called Zengest. It's a digestive blend. All of us use it for various reasons, and it works wonders. It's like clockwork. In like 20 minutes, you see this oil typically working. And so if you have a stomach ache, we dilute a little bit with a carrier oil. So fractionated coconut oil is one of the most common carrier oils. But in a pinch, if you don't have that, you could use, so say you have a couple samples at home, you could use a lotion of some sort. You could use olive oil if you want. Just be careful not to get it on your clothes. Anything just to kind of dilute so that you can rub and cover a greater surface area. Also makes the oil more effective when using it topically, because it traps the oil onto your skin for longer, so it can absorb into your system more quickly. And it's also good for safety. If you're using an oil that's a little bit hotter or spicier, it's good to dilute it just for skin sensitivity. So when using your oil topically, dilute. That's really important. And then, you would just rub it on, say, your stomach, or if you have a sore muscle, you rub it on your sore muscles. If you have a headache or tension, you might rub it onto your temples. So it'd be for more localized benefits. And again, don't underestimate the power of this, because whatever you put onto your skin absorbs into your body quite quickly, and quite efficiently. And that's a good thing when using essential oils. It's a bad thing when we're not paying attention to the other things we're putting on our skin, like certain lotions and shampoos and makeup. All very, very important to pay attention to. So that's how you would start using your oils topically. And then internally is a phenomenal way to use oils. And now I do have to say, kind of what I mentioned in the last video was, I am only talking about doTERRA oils due to the lack of transparency and just generally how essential oils are purchased in the industry. It's always through a broker, always through a middleman. That's not how doTERRA does it, but that is how 99% of the oil companies out there do it. And because of that, there's a real lack of control and quality and transparency. And so I would not recommend using any other oils internally unless you've absolutely done your due diligence. But with doTERRA, it's not only safe, it's recommended, because it can be a really effective way to begin experiencing some amazing results in regards to your health and wellness. So the ways you'd use your oils internally is a drop in your water. It's probably the easiest way. You can put a drop of, say, your citrus oils like lemon, wild orange, grapefruit, lime. They all have something in it called limonene, which is really, really powerful. You can go on PubMed and do your own research, type in limonene, and you can read all the things it does, but amazing for internal cleansing, detoxification, immune system, just overall support in your body. So personally, one of the ways I do this, every single morning, I fill up my massive water bottle and I always have a drop of citrus oil in here, usually lemon, but I like to switch it up every once in a while. My husband does this too. It's probably his favorite oil habit is citrus oil in the water. So that's one of the ways you can do it. You could also do things like if you have an upset stomach, a drop of peppermint in your water, or ginger if you're feeling nauseated. There are lots and lots of oils you can use this way. Or you can purchase veggie caps. I should have grabbed my veggie caps. I think they're downstairs. Really inexpensive to purchase. They're just little capsules that are empty, and you can put your oils in it and take it like a supplement. So another really easy way. That's great for oils like your oregano and your On Guard, some of the spicier oils. Or you can just place a drop under your tongue or pop a drop on the roof of your mouth. A way that I use in that regard is frankincense. Frankincense is the king of oils. It's extremely powerful oil. And if I'm ever dealing with a headache, or just in general, if I'm feeling a lot of anxiety or I'm just kind of all over the place, a drop of frankincense, like if I take the bottle, I tip it, pop it on the roof of my mouth, and it works wonders. So frankincense is also one I love to use for my skin. Frankincense, lavender, those are amazing. And so I didn't mention that for topical use, but that's another way for skincare. I have never felt better about my skin and being able to go out with like this natural glow without having any makeup on. And that is because of the oils, which has been amazing. So I could give you a million different examples. And when I go through a class, I would typically now go through my favorite kind of top 10 oils and share different ways to use them. But again, we're going to keep this pretty short. If you have any questions about the oils you have, or any questions about specific areas that you want to focus on, by all means, let me know, because that's always what I will tell people in a class is don't try to do everything at once. This is a lot of information, right? It's not about knowing everything before you get started. It's truly about picking one or two areas that you want to focus on. So whether that be stress and sleep, or immune system and pain relief, whatever your focus is, you pick one or two areas, and that's what we're going to support you in and we're going to focus on, and then you build upon that, and it just happens naturally. The other thing I want to let you know is that in order to get started, you do not need to know everything about every single oil or how to use them all. This class that I typically teach, that you're getting little tidbits out of, the purpose of it is it's informed decision making, right? It's to give you the information so you can decide whether you think these oils are for you or not, right? And I know they're not for everyone. I know everyone could benefit from them. But most likely, if you've gone this far along the process, you're interested in learning more. You're intrigued by using natural healthcare solutions. And so the purpose of this is just to give you enough information to get you to the next step, to bring some oils into your home, to start using them, to allow me to start supporting you in doing that. And that's a big part of where I come in, is supporting you through it. So I just want to mention that as you're going and learning through these little tidbits of information. And the next little video I'm going to send you is a little bit more in depth on how you can bring these oils into your home and some of the resources we have available through our community. Okay, let me know if you have any questions, guys, and we'll chat soon. Bye.